We're explaining how to deal with React Ref.current right single quote being null. This is a common problem in React when working with refs, especially if you're trying to access a ref's value before the component it's attached to has fully mounted. 1. The root cause is timing. Refs are initially null. React assigns the DOM element or component instance to right single quote Ref.current right single quote after the component renders. Trying to access right single quote Ref.current. Right single quote immediately within a component's render method, or even in component did mount, if you're using class components in some cases, will often result in a null value, leading to errors. 2. Conditional access is key. The simplest solution is to check if right single quote Ref.current. Right single quote is null before using it. Use a conditional statement like if Ref.current or the optional chaining operator, mo, to safely access its properties. For example, if myref.current.focus, or right single quote myref.current?.focus. The latter is preferred for its brevity and clarity. 3. Using useEffect for safe access. For functional components, the useEffect hook is ideal for handling this. Place your code that depends on right single quote Ref.current, right single quote inside a useEffect hook, and only execute it after the component has mounted. This guarantees that right single quote Ref.current right single quote will have a value. For example, useEffect =, if myref.current, myref.current.focus, myref. The dependency array, myref ensures the effect runs only when the ref changes. Avoid unnecessary re-renders by only including relevant dependencies. 4. Understanding the lifecycle. In class components, component did mount is the traditional equivalent, although useEffect is usually preferred nowadays for its cleaner syntax and easier management. Remember, even in component did mount, there's still a tiny window where the ref might not be fully populated. Therefore, the conditional check is still highly recommended. 5. Debugging techniques. If you're still encountering issues, use your browser's developer tools to inspect the component's rendering process. Check the timing of when right single quote Ref.current right single quote is populated and adjust your code accordingly. Breakpoints within the useEffect, or component did mount function, can also be very helpful in identifying exactly when the ref is null. Avoid directly logging right single quote Ref.current right single quote in render, because that will trigger the log multiple times, making debugging less efficient. 6. Choosing the right ref type. There are different types of refs. One to access the DOM element, useRef, and another to access the instance of a component. Make sure you're using the appropriate type based on what you need to access. If you're unsure, use useRef. Remember to always check for null to ensure that you are safely handling the React ref, preventing runtime errors.